Hello, this is my post it forward video. Um, so I guess I could start with myself. I'm nameless. I'm a wanderer. I'm a beholder of life. Um, I felt, I feel very compassionate towards healing others after a few things in my life that I've experienced, and knowing that isolation and the emptiness and just that need for some type of self fulfillment. I learned after so long. I was raised very religious growing up. My parents raised me Jehovah's Witness. Um, this is no longer my practice anymore. Um, I have nothing against the practice at all. I respect each path and walk of life to be what it is. Everybody has what works for them. But I had, a set of morals and virtues instilled in me, so I feel like what I gravitated towards at the end of the day, my belief system now is very much, I don't know, just oriented in that aspect, I guess. I'm not so religious or anything as much as I am spiritual. But having um, having gone through a long period of depression after I went through a really bad breakup, um, near death experience, living on the street, getting robbed. The list goes on. But for a long time, I had a lot of emptiness. I had a lot of questioning. I kind of thought maybe it was because I shied away from my faith and I was being punished. I used to think that I was inadequate, I wasn't good enough, or I don't know. I was just a victim of my own judgment. And I learned within maybe the past year and a half, 2 years, I had these epiphanies and these epiphanies on top of epiphany on top of epiphany, and I started finding a lot of clarity and a lot of inner peace. And I realized that the more peaceful and accepting I am of myself, the easier it is to accept people for who they are. I'm less judgmental off the bat. So to help me deal with, my day-to-day situations. But what really revolutionized where I was and where I am today, I'd have to say would be learning the power of thoughts and words. We don't realize, a lot of people talk about the law of attraction and the secret and, metaphysical law of the universe. Nichiren Buddhism, they speak of Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. A lot. It's everywhere. A lot of people talk about it, but people fail to realize that what you think and what you say is a reflection of your perception, and your perception builds your reality. The same way you see things and you perceive things, whether it be how you take a text message or a statement that someone made at you, or how that tree looks to you, or how that car looks to you over someone else, these are all your perception and your driving force of development. We create in this aspect, we create everything, whether it be the food that we eat, the shelter in which we live, procreation, to have children. We're all creating. This is what we do constantly. When we grow and we develop and we evolve as people, our cellular information changes, and all this learning and all this information that we receive is then passed on to our children. So when you really think about the whole matter of perception, if you ever feed yourself some type of negative thought, or you just doubt yourself, you talk against your ability, these things end up manifesting over a period of time. So, as cliche as it may sound, you really should try to upbuild yourself. It helped me get out of, one of the darkest places I've ever been in my life. And it worked for me. Maybe it won't work for you, but I'm a firm believer in it. For every one negative thought I have, if they ever cross my mind, I try to replace it with at least 5 positive thoughts, something upbuilding, something counter to what I was originally thinking. And same thing with words. I think energy and matter through thoughts and words. I feel like for every one negative word I say against myself, I need to project 10 more positive words to kind of make up for it. I mean, karma is what karma is, but in my head, it works for me. So I encourage you, empower yourself and give yourself the strength and joy and ability that you're capable of having, even if it seems like a far off dream, because if you can imagine it, then it's real. I wish I would have known that from a younger age, but then again, I wouldn't have went through what I went through, and I wouldn't be here in this state to tell you what I'm telling you now. And I'm gracious for it. It's very humbling. And I know I talk in circles, forgive me. I just wish that I can give to people what I've received so that maybe you don't have to suffer for so long. But we all suffer at some point in time. It's just a matter of how you cope and how you endure. But you're not alone. You're never alone. All is one.